Welcome to the HR Learning Hub, where we decode HR concepts, dive into people analytics, and learn how to tell stories, not just share numbers. Today's video is part 2 of our performance rating and review dashboard. In our previous video, we learned how to create smooth curve with employee ratings using line chart and add a line to compare with ideal bell curve. We also connected with filters or slicers using department and manager columns. Values in the graph update when we select these filters. If you missed watching those videos, I will leave a link above for you to check it out. In today's video, we will see how we can create a comparison chart where we compare ratings before and after calibration. To get more insights, which department or manager has seen more number of changes, we will also learn to connect this with filter and slicers to multiple charts. Let's begin. Let's go to our data sheet. Insert, pivot table. We already have a calculation sheet for all our pivots, so selecting existing worksheet. To connect multiple slicers filters that we have created, with this pivot table, we need to check the dialog box of add this data to the data model. From our last video, we have a pivot table for calibrated ratings. So now we create a pivot table for ratings before calibration. Before calibration goes to rows, employee name goes to values. We have numbers, but we need percentage over here. Right click, show value as percentage of grand total. Rename the column name. While working on dashboards, it's one of the best practice to name our pivot table. Let's do that now. Go to pivot table analyze, pivot table, drop down and rename it. We will create a separate table here. Rating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Calibrated rating before calibration. These are the two columns that we need to create. We have percentages from above pivot table. We will do a VLOOKUP, convert it in percentage. Now to create the chart, select the data, go to insert, click on recommended chart. We can select column chart as well for comparisons, but in this case we will go with line chart. Give name to chart, rating comparison before versus after calibration. Cut and paste this chart to our dashboard worksheet. Let's do some formatting over here. We want this chart to be connected with our slicer. Right click on the slicer and select our pivot table. This is where it becomes important. If you have named pivot tables, it becomes easier for you to select. Our pivot table was before calibration. We select that. Now the slicer is connected to pivot table. Every time we select from our slicer, data gets updated in pivot table. With VLOOKUP, this data gets updated. And with this data, our chart is also updated. Let's check if we click on finance, both the charts are getting updated with percentages. We click on Sylvie, again the numbers in the charts are updated. Like we have smooth curve in this about chart, we would also like to have a smooth curve over here. For that, select line, format data series, go to fill in line, scroll down, smooth line. Let's add data labels towards right, for this line towards left. We can have two different chart type in this as well. For that, click chart type, Let's say for before calibration, we want a column chart. So select column chart over here. Now we have two different chart types. When we talk about rating calibration, both smooth and line chart looks more suitable. So we will go with that for the video. So that's it for this video. In this video, we learned how multiple graphs can be connected to multiple slicers to filter data, and also how we can have two separate types of chart combined. In next video of this series, we will learn how to create employee rating basis tenure chart and also analyze the data using filter formula. And also learn how we can copy only selected cells using filter formula. If you find this series of video helpful, like, share, comment and subscribe. Bye bye for now. Until next time, keep learning.